In my last video, I was trying to be relatively sketchy. I was trying to be relatively secretive about what's been going on and why I've been so busy. I'm actually going on holiday, and like all the rooms, like everything's like packed away. That's why I've been so busy. That's why Graham isn't here. That's why I was seeing Josh and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like trying to be relatively secretive about this because they always say that you shouldn't advertise the fact that you're on holiday online, and I have been for years while I've been doing daily vlogs, and now I have kind of the control of not being able to, but it's quite difficult to keep that a secret. And really all I've done is I've just copied all the last video I uploaded, copied all the files onto my computer. I'm not even going to upload them until I get back, so there's no point, literally no point. We're all packed, we're about to head to the airport. We've got big suitcases because we're going for longer than just a weekend, and it's going to be a jolly good fun time. We're about ready. Are we, Bubba? We're about to head off?
Yeah.
Yes. This is for my benefit, not yours. Look. Does anyone else think that bear's creepy as fuck? It took us about an hour to get through the like check-in stuff, and then they said you couldn't put batteries in your suitcase. So like my camera batteries I had to take out, Bluetooth speaker I had to take out. I'm aware of that, and then I went through security, and then I got full body scanned and frisked. It was crazy. Pretty stress-free now. I'm gonna get some water and hopefully have enough time to get some food before the flight. I remember a time when you used to have like hours to wait in an airport before your flight, and now we're literally about to board. A quick sandwich and now we're gonna get on. It's so fast-paced. And I don't think we got here late either. It's literally the most hectic boarding experience we've ever had. Oh, blimey, that was a long time. Haven't done 6 hours in a while. Whoa. Pay attention to the steps, Jimmy. Just settled into the room. We're going to have an explore because it's so dark and we've got no fucking idea where we're going. And otherwise, we're heading off to bed. This is the first time I've been somewhere that's like behind UK time, and it's hard. It's hitting us hard. It's like, I'm going to watch it because my wrist is swelling up in the heat. But it's 10 o'clock our time, local time, but it's midnight at home. So we're both knackered. I'm surprised Laura's even still standing. A quick bite to eat, but was relatively full. From the meal on the plane was a lot better than I thought it would be. Although it wasn't a very comfortable flight. I was kind of hoping it'd be a bit more like mid-haul at 6 hours. But it wasn't. It was like an uncomfortable economy. Like, at some point in my life I'm going to upgrade from go on the kind of plane where you can upgrade. That's the dream. But anyway, first 4 day tomorrow. We've had a small explore, but it's very dark outside. Oh god, I'm pooped. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a bit cloudy, to be fair, although it is burning off at the moment. And it's already 28 degrees. It's gonna be hot as fuck here. Also, we're amazed at how few people are around at the moment. And I can report, ladies and gentlemen, that it is a blooming hot. It is a legitimate, like, constant, steady 31 degrees. Toasty. It's quite humid as well, so it's not like a gentle heat. It's essentially like half the buildings act as like a buffer for the wind as well, so it's not very breezy. So it's a solid 31 degrees, but it's nice. It's good. We like it. We've caught the sun a little bit, and we need to be a little bit more careful. Otherwise, though, we basically had a day by the pool today. It was pool day, and we went to like the meeting thing you're supposed to go to, and we just kind of had like a chill out day. I finished a book which turned out to be like a bumper taster thing. I was reading Dirk Gently's holistic thingy agency book, Douglas Adams, and I bought it ages ago. I bought like a pack of the Serious Unfortunate Events, not Serious Unfortunate Events, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Downloaded that, reading through this book, and I was like, I'm going to pick this one now because it's relatively short. Read through it all, and then I'm like, that doesn't make sense, that's not the end, nothing happened. And then it turns out that it's actually like, something along the lines of 30% of the full book. So I had to come back to the room and buy the other book. What it looked like is, when I bought the big set of Douglas Adams books, it was thrown in as like a sample, but a sample is like a third of a book is a pretty big sample, like a chapter is a sample, right? Oh god, but anyway, so I'm currently reading that, I'm over halfway, so I'm churning through the books. Otherwise we're just chilling out in the sun, drinking lots of fluids, and we're about to go out for some food. But the bay is doing a hair. We've gone for another day by the pool because we walked down to the beach and bottled it because it was hot. By the way, I'm probably going to wait till, not tomorrow, but the day after to do my standard exploring said hotel video, just so you know.
God damn it, I know what you're all like.
It's gone. The day's gone again, ladies and gentlemen. What I did today, though, was I had a little bit of an explore down all of the different pools. There are like 5 pools here. One of them's a bit VIP for the poshos. And I was just going through all of them because we go to this one here, just outside our bedroom. Turns out it's one of the best ones. Further down, there's like the main pool. Well, there's 2 main pools, but that's like where a lot of entertainment is. That's where that music's coming from. I think it's the best point because it's the deepest. I like a good deep pool, but it's not. None of the pools are deep enough around here, man. God, that is a very busy pool, and it's where all the entertainment is. And we just like to chill out and read books. I managed to finish the book I was reading today, which was Dirk Gently's Holistic Detectivency Agency. It was very good. Detectivency. That's not true. It's detective. Lol. I said earlier on in the video that I kind of started reading it by mistake because I thought it'd be an easy, like, quick finish, and then ended up realising I only had half a book, and then whatever. But I managed to read the first half yesterday and the second half today. Good stuff. We're going to move on to a different book tomorrow. We're planning on... Are we going to the beach tomorrow, Bubba?
I think so.
We're planning on going to the beach tomorrow. We thought about it today and then bottled it because it's quite a long walk. And we didn't want to get, like, halfway there or wanting to come back, and then there's quite a big chunk before you can get somewhere to cool down again. Especially because it seemed to be quite choppy, and they've got like a flag system. Although we didn't actually see a flag, we saw something we thought was a flag. I thought it was too early for the flag to go out in hindsight. But yeah, so tomorrow we might do beaches while I start a new book, which is always good fun. Otherwise, I've been dead tonight to try pina colada. Ooh. Because we went out for drinks last night, didn't we, Bubba? And you know, in England when you have like a rum and coke, and it's like a 10th rum, 9/10 coke. Here it's 50 fucking 50, and it's not very nice rum. And it's...
Yeah, well then the bottles look like legit bottles, but...
Yeah, I don't
gin
think
didn't taste legit last night.
No. I reckon you could ask for the legit ones if you paid for it, yeah. It's the same if you go to any all-inclusive place. The alcohol is always like a cheap brand thing, but then they always have the proper bottles out for sure. We ain't daft.
Bless him. It's a magic show. Oh.
Had a beach day today, and it was pretty good. I was actually trying to stay in the shade a bit because I was in the sun quite a lot yesterday, but it turns out that a combination of sand and seawater just kind of gives me like a prickly heat, which is like itchy, rashy kind of heat stuff. I literally spent all day in the shade as well, so I was really annoyed about it. But oh no, I can't actually. It's on my belly. We wandered down to the beach and I went snorkeling. Someone from work lent me their snorkel gear because I don't have any. I used to have some, but not anymore. And went out into the sea, and I was like, it's quite choppy in like most parts of it, but there's like a kind of bay where it's kind of coved off a little bit. And I was wandering out along the rocks and stuff on half of the bay, and there's like some pretty decently sized fish, some like big ones. And then like as I'm swimming back, I'm like, oh, these are cool. This is really good fish. And then as I was swimming back, I stumbled upon this huge ball of fish, like a massive school of fish. And I've never seen that many fish all in one place. And like you can't see through it, and if you float above them, you can't see the floor. And the water's it's pretty clear. It's not amazingly clear, but it's pretty clear. Because of like the sand and whatnot, it's quite still a little bit choppy. I've never seen that many fish before in my life. And then if you floated on the top of them and then kind of like dropped down, the snorkel's really good. Where if you go underwater, no water gets in it because there's like a little valve thing that closes at the top. It's really cool. But anyway, so if you just drop down into the middle of this like big ball, you literally just can kind of get encased by fish. You can't see up because it's just fish. You can't see left and right. It's just fish. It's incredible. So I've literally never seen that. And I was in the water for like half an hour. I came running out, told Laura all about it, and then went into the other half of this like little bay. And then there's like lots of like big jobbers, like proper big fish. So there was quite a lot. There's like a small school of kind of like long silvery fish. And then there's a couple of fish that kind of follow you around and like are interested in you, which are cool. But then otherwise it's like kind of ones that are just like hoovering up food off the floor and what have you. And there was a couple of these like big jobbing parrotfish, I think they're called, but they're like all multicoloured and they've got like little buck teeth at the front. And I was following one of those ones out a little bit, and then I saw an eel, which was like maybe the length of my forearm, but like pretty thin, and it was like showed its teeth at me, which was cool. And then I kind of like came to this little bit where there was like a rock alcove thing, and I dropped down to see if there was anything underneath it, and I'm like literally like there's like a little circle of sand, and then there's just rocks on either side of it. So I dropped down into that little bit, looked around, and saw this what looked like a massive black fish just came at me with its teeth like this. It was like came out of the thing. It's probably like really tiny, but I shit myself in the moment. I had to come like bubbling up to the surface, and then went back down and I couldn't find it again. But like fish was awesome, and I was in the water for like an hour, burnt the back of my shoulders for obvious reasons and whatnot, but happily do that again. I can't wait to go back out into the sea and a bit of the snorkeling. So including all of that, I also ploughed through my book. I'm reading a Stephen Leather book at the moment. I'll finish that tomorrow easily, it's really good. And we came back and stayed at the pool in the afternoon, because it just kind of makes sense. But otherwise we went for a meal, as we normally do, sat and had a drink at the bar, and then now I'm like really hot. I'm like really hot, and I don't know why. So we're back at the room, in the room, and we're gonna load up a little bit of Netflix or some YouTube videos on the Nexus, because we've discovered the Wi-Fi is fast enough to do that, which is pretty good. Otherwise though, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this video here. Next video is going to be my standard exploring X video, which I do in every holiday, and for some reason seems to get hits, so YOLO. Thank you very much for watching this video. I've realised it's literally just me on holiday. I think I always drop back on videos and stuff a little bit when I'm on holiday, but it kind of makes it's kind of a little bit less bad now. It's all one video instead of lots of small ones, if that makes sense. But I am like letting go of the accelerator a bit, as I always do. I think, to be fair, last holiday was probably the holiday I decided I was going to stop daily vlogging, so anyway, we're going to do that tomorrow. Then I will, well, not tomorrow for you, I'll do that tomorrow for me. I'll catch you later.